Siren's Curse is Cedar Point's newest and greatest coaster to open in summer 2025. Debuting on June 28, 2025, Cedar Point's Siren's Curse is a Vekoma tilt coaster. It delivers a 160-foot vertical drop and 2 inversions across nearly 3,000 feet of track. It held the title of North America's only tilt coaster until Codaland's Circuit Breaker opened later that October. This edition marks a record-breaking expansion for the park, serving as Cedar Point's third major coaster installation in just 3 years. Six Flags Mexico received a Vekoma Red Track in June 2024, but the plan to replace Aquaman Splashdown hit a wall when the local government blocked the project to save surrounding trees. While the park scrambled for a new location, Six Flags finalized its massive merger with Cedar Fair in July 2024. This brought Six Flags Mexico and Cedar Point under the same leadership, perfectly timing with Cedar Point's earlier interest in the tilt coaster model. Cedar Point teased the attraction on September 13, 2024, with the cryptic social media message, "Something is servicing." Just 6 days later, on September 19th, Siren's Curse was officially announced. It debuted as North America's tallest and fastest and longest tilt coaster, a reveal that shocked fans since there had been no prior physical or virtual signs of a new coaster in development. Managed by Dave Evans, the construction phase kicked off in November 2024. Work moved quickly, starting with the pouring of the concrete foundation the same month. This rapid pace allowed the park to meet its ambitious 2025 opening timeline. The ride's debut was rolled out in several stages. June 23rd, soft opening exclusively for employees. June 28th, first public rides held during a fundraising event for the Prayers from Maria Children's Cancer Foundation. June 27th, exclusive early access for season pass holders, and June 28th, official grand opening to the general public. Siren's Curse is situated along the Millennium Midway / Celebration Plaza, occupying the former site of the Wildcat roller coaster, which was retired in 2011. In the years following Wildcat's closure, the area served primarily as a viewing space for major park productions like the nighttime show, Luminosity. To accommodate the massive footprint of a new roller coaster, the celebration stage was demolished, opening up significant space along the midway. Furthermore, the project required a logistical overhaul of the area. The adjacent perimeter road was rerouted to allow the ride to extend onto vacant land, once occupied by the Cedar employees' dorms, which were demolished in 2019. Onto the layout. After dispatching from the station, you initiate onto a quick chain lift that feels like a 40 to 45 degree angle. Rising quickly to your max height, you get a great panoramic view of the peninsula in front of you, seeing Top Thrill 2 to your right, Millennium Forest to your left, and Rougarou right in front of you. Probably one of the best views in the entire park, in my opinion. Then, you get on to the tilt track, and it grabs onto the train and secures you in place. And then the tilting motion begins. It takes about 7 seconds for it to line up with the 90-degree drop, but in that time, it feels pretty scary. Then the tilt drop releases you into a left-hand turn over some water and then flying up into an airtime into a non-inverted dive loop, and then barrel roll. After the barrel roll, you head into what is, I think, a triple down. A few curves in its way, so it's a non-traditional triple. And then into a tunnel. And then into like a non-inverted loop almost. Into some positive G's and some light air time. And then into another barrel roll over some metal detectors, and then some sharp little ejector hills, getting a few airtime moments, and then into the brake run, ending your ride on Siren's Curse. Siren's Curse operates with 2 trains that consist of 6 cars with 4 seats per car, for a total capacity of 24 riders per train. Riders must be 48 inches to ride. The ride's trains feature an integrated audio and lighting system to tie into the theme of sirens on Lake Erie. For safety, riders cannot bring loose articles onto the ride, and metal detectors are installed at the beginning of the queue. Other side notes on Siren's Curse is that I visited in September 2025, so a few months after its grand opening, and I had one big complaint with the entire ride was the LEDs. I was watching, and there was a few trains that completely had messed up LEDs, and they weren't even synced properly, and it's like they weren't even working properly, and I was like, that's kind of disappointing for, it being open for not even a full year and its lights are already breaking on it. I know they're not a theme park to fix this all up, but I just really wish they could, because it elevates the experience so much more watching the train run at night with the LEDs. But yeah, I think it's a great ride. I think it's not the best at Cedar Point, but it's a worthy replacement of Wildcat. In my time during September, I did ride it only twice on the ride. One middle row and one back row. And the queue I thought was absolutely amazing. You'll see some footage from the queue, and it is fully themed. There's lakes there, there's lights in the water, the water looks purple. And I didn't ride it at night, only 2 daytime rides. And yeah, it was great. And then after waiting about 75 minutes, we got to the lockers. And I think the locker situation is really good, how they have no loose articles. And it's quick and easy, like steel vengeance, like metal detectors in the locker, and then you're at the station. So you don't spend a lot of time without your phone. Very comfortable restraints, unlike B&M's vest restraint. Vecoma's vest restraint is absolutely amazing. You can still get some airtime and some whip over there. And yeah, back row I thought was really intense. A little bit of graying out, but smoothness was absolutely amazing. It is the smoothest coaster I have ever ridden, so I'm gonna say if you ride it, it will be one of the smoothest coasters you've ever ridden, because Vekoma has just mastered it. They make coasters so smooth now compared to SLCs. They have really stepped up their game, and I prefer them over B&M. I think their rides are much higher quality, smoother, and I'm not saying more reliable or more capacity eaters. The capacity on Siren's Curse isn't the best with 2 trains, but it's definitely an upgrade compared to B&M's trains and how they ride on the tracks and the restraints. Everything's just great. But yeah, to give Siren's Curse a final score, I'm gonna say it is 9 out of 10. It is in my top 10 coasters. It is absolutely amazing. The tilt track is extremely scary, because especially in the back row, because you start so far back and it tilts you up and you're just staring down at the ground. It's actually so intimidating. And I think it is a little smaller, way smaller than Top Thrill 2, but I still get them mixed up. I don't 100% know which one I prefer. Siren's Curse is smoother, has a better layout, but Dragster is just a powerhouse. But yeah, this isn't about Dragster, this is about Siren's Curse. But that should be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this short little review on Siren's Curse at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Thank you for watching Triple H Coasters, and goodbye.